welcome to San Diego Comic-Con. My name is Devin Kogan. I'm a senior writer at Entertainment Weekly, and I am so excited to be here in EW's Comic-Con studio with the cast of Evil. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good. How are you?
Good. We just got off stage together. We were on, you guys just had your panel.
Yeah.
Was that you?
That was. What was that like to be up on stage, in front of a full house?
There were I think they said there were 28,000 people there, which is unbelievable.
It was really fun,
really
and they seemed very enthusiastic and excited too.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about Comic-Con. We are such huge fans of Evil at EW. We are obsessed with the show, and season 3 is such a delight. I am so excited to talk to you guys about the show. Katja, I'd love to start with you. One of the things that's been really interesting in season 3 is this Kristen-David relationship, which we've sort of seen, where you get to sort of play two different versions of Kristen. There's the normal Kristen and the more demonic Kristen. Tell me a little bit about tapping into your inner demon to play Demon Kristen.
Well, I mean, they're really entirely two different people. That's always really fun as an actor to play as many different people as you can. Yeah, Demon Kristen is only in David's mind. So Kristen has no idea of David processing what happened between them with these sexual fantasies. I guess what I loved about playing Demon Kristen, that I tried to make her like a demon with a heart. She also just wants to be loved, like, all of us. And she tries to get to him first, like, in a super sexual way, thinking that is what he needs. But then it turns out he actually not only wants to have sex with Kristen, but he also needs to talk to her. So later you see, more of a friendship kind of Kristen. It was really fun. I mean, it's never that great to have to take off your clothes, but I think it made for an interesting character, and we had all this funky, lingerie, so I was covered enough.
It wasn't really your tongue, was it? The one that was forked?
Oh my gosh.
I know. It was a procedure. It was painful, but it's worth it. As think all the men that I've been with. They love it. They love it. Because it wraps around both ways.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's full commitment. For sure. And Asif, I've loved Ben's...
I did not just say that, did I?
And Asif, I've loved Ben's storyline this season, where we've seen him sort of like grappling with his this intersection of faith and science.
Yeah.
What was it about that theme that you were most excited to explore?
Well, I think this season you really do see Ben coming up against the limitations of what he can explain, and that's incredibly disconcerting and unsettling to him, because he really wants the world to make sense and needs for the world to make sense. And this season, I think we explore this idea of what happens when Ben's brain breaks and he can't go there. And there's eyeballs coming out of toilets, and that's not where eyeballs belong in a normal world. I think most people can attest to that. So we do see Ben sort of struggling to find some kind of normalcy. So he goes to this science. The Secret Science League, which is a real thing, by the way. The Secret Science League actually does exist.
That's awesome.
And and I didn't know this until we did the episode, but he goes there and tries to find like-minded people, and he does find some answers, but I think he's really this season struggling with that. Oh, that's not working at all? I'll say all of that again.
No! Please don't. Please don't.
Could you hear anything I said?
Yeah, we could hear.
You could hear it, right? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
we could hear it.
This one's an improvement, for sure. And Christine, I absolutely love Cheryl's arc this season. I loved getting her, joining this new company, maybe tapping into maybe a little bit more of her demonic side. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what was fun about, Cheryl's new career this season.
Well, first of all, I just love that after being in such a low point when this one's husband, Andy, kicked me out of the house and said I'd never get to see my grandchildren or my daughter again, that I was able to turn to Leland, and he helped me get a great job as a troller and with this cryptocurrency, Macabre. I think for Cheryl, she's really on a journey towards empowerment and revenge. Revenge is the key. And I think, well, personally, I think she wants to bring Leland down. I think she's pretending to be under his power, but nah.
I was going to say, how do you read their relationship? Because I sometimes I think you're probably right.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Kings are thinking, but what I'm thinking is that she is using that guy to just bring him down and many other bad guys in her past.
I believe it. Absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things I know you guys have talked about, and we talked about this a little bit earlier today, is, you sometimes have scene partners who are demons or giant, goat creatures and things. What's it like on set, kind of walking around when your co-stars are like in crazy prosthetics like that?
Well, the guy who plays most of our demons is Marty Matulis, a really great movement actor, great person. And I remember, like, when we filmed the pilot, I don't know if you guys remember, like, he was on top of me in this first night terror where he ended up peeing in the corner of the room, which was funny. But I had never met him, and it was the pilot, and he was on top of me for, I think, 3 days, being terrifying. Wow. And I was crying, and he had to cut off my fingers, and it was horrible. But I could see his eyes, and I knew, like, from the eyes that he's a kind soul. So that was good. And then later when I met him in person, yeah, I had to morph the two together. So for us, like, it's not scary because, it's Marty. And the girls, it's actually really sweet to see my 4 daughters interact with him because they all love him. They treat him like a teddy bear, which is so cute.
It's also so technical, that stuff. Last season when I also had a demon on top of me.
We all do at some point on this show.
I'm looking forward to that.
A demon on top of us at some point. Come on, admit it, people. But it becomes so technical, and because those costumes also are not really very comfortable, but this season I think we had one where Marty was dressed as a demon, and I don't get to interact with him that much on the show, but we had this one episode where he was kind of rolling around on the floor at one point.
As a sex demon, drooling,
and it was just so fun, and it was, and you but in between takes, it's Marty, and so he's just like, hey, how you doing, Yeah. So it's a weird job.
A demon later on the show in episode 9, so I won't spoil anything, but it's a very, very tiny demon, very small demon, scariest demon I've ever seen. Yes.
My demon interaction was when Marty was on a treadmill.
Yes.
And I had brought him some shortbread biscuits, cookies, as a way to try to, ingratiate myself and get a promotion. And he admonished me because he had ordered from Sweet Green and not, which monsters demons do. But anyway,
everyone knows that's where demons, that's their lunch place of choice.
Yes. The demons on Evil are actual people. That's the great thing about it. They don't think of themselves as demons. They just are people.
For sure, and they've got retainers sometimes.
Sometimes they have retainers. That's right.
Why? All right, great. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't watched Evil, I highly recommend it. And thank you so much for everyone at home for tuning in, and stay tuned to EW.com all weekend for all things San Diego Comic-Con. And thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.